Good evening and welcome to the Village Board meeting for the Village of Pleasantville. Today is Monday, March 23. If you're watching live on Monday, March 23, we encourage you to call in if you have comments or questions. Our call-in number is 769-1677. Our next scheduled meeting is our annual organization night, which is the first Monday in April, this year, Monday, April 6th at 7 p.m. And then we'll have a special meeting that follows that, also April 6th at 7:30. Our next regular meeting is Monday, April 13th at 8 p.m. With a work session at 7. So a number of announcements to make and a few comments to make. The first is last week was the exciting, thrilling election day in the Village of Pleasantville, where there were 4 candidates. I ran for mayor, Colleen and Jonathan ran for trustee.
No.
Jonathan lost.
I was trying.
Vicky said that.
So that was purposeful effort. No disrespect to our esteemed member of the audience, Joe Stargiotti, who will be taking Jonathan's post as he retired. More on that in a moment. So 4 candidates, me, Colleen, Joe Stargiotti, and John Curley running for justice. We were up against no opposition, and we crushed the opposition. All 4 parties have been reelected. So I look forward to a great year, and thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, John Curley, and certainly thank you, Jonathan. This is actually Jonathan's last regular meeting after 12 years on the board. And we will have more to say about that on organization night, which is the night when Joe is sworn in and Jonathan officially leaves the board. But it's been a great run, amusing in almost all ways, horrifying in a couple, which we will comment on. But I encourage you to either visit on Monday, April 6th for our send-off to Jonathan, or watch on PCTV, which gives us...
Does he not get to go to next week's meeting?
Our next official meeting. He'll be here at our work session.
Oh, at our work session.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, we're going to put him in
I
as
thought
many
you were
meetings
letting
as
him
we
off the
can.
hook a week early.
So I just wanted to comment, as I mentioned PCTV, that there will be another opportunity to honor Jonathan's legacy of service to the village. Our good friends at PCTV are honoring Jonathan at their annual gala, which is taking place on May 2. So I encourage you to get to the PCTV76.org website to find out more about that and see Jonathan's smiling visage and take advantage of the opportunity to honor him, perhaps roast him a little bit.
I was going to say, somebody tells me it's going to be more like a roast than an honor.
But you should know that
But a great time.
It was a great time. Last year they honored Bill Flukes, and it was Janine was one of the stars, our examiner, hotshot reporter. But it is a great time, and everybody should come out. And if it, not just for Jonathan, but for PCTV, and really, you will have a great time. We guarantee it.
Thus far, Jonathan is not RSVP'd. We're not certain he will be there.
I said maybe.
But he will be honored in any event.
He'll be there.
So,
Just throw a bucket of Children Chose chicken out there. I'll follow right to the...
So there we have a couple of dates to keep in your mind. Again, the organization night, Monday, April 6th. The PCTV Gala, which is May 2. And while we're talking about dates, Pleasantville Day is charging along. We've got some new folks involved in thinking about Pleasantville Day and are really excited about all the stuff that's going on. Going to be a bunch of new features at PCTV, and I think lots of the things that you always remember, but also a lot of new exciting stuff. So Pleasantville Day is on May 16. And while your calendar is out, July 11, Saturday, July 11, is the 11th annual Pleasantville Music Festival. Also a bunch of great folks led by Andy Goodman putting that together. A number of bands are very close to being booked, and they'll be announcing some info about the lineup very soon. So an exciting day as well, and really great new energy in both of those events. As is required by law, the folks in Village Hall, Patty Dwyer and our finance department posted the draft budget as required by law last Friday. You can go and find that budget at pleasantville-ny.gov. That represents the first cut at the budget, and over the next 4 or 5 weeks, we'll be working our way through the budget on a line-by-line basis. I've started a bunch of meetings with department heads here at the village board, and then groups of 1, 2, or 3 trustees go out to the various departments and go over their budget line by line to really think about their operations. But cautiously positive news, which is that as of the moment, it appears that we will be successful in maintaining a tax cap compliant budget, although not without some contribution of our fund balance to make that happen. So we'll be struggling through that in the course of the next several weeks towards adoption of a final budget, which may differ in some ways from the budget that's up there now, by the end of April. So take a look if you are so inclined at pleasantville-ny.gov to see the budget. Then lastly, I wanted to comment a couple of events. The Rotary Club held their annual food and wine event over at Pace University this past Saturday. I was out of town and couldn't get there. I believe you made it.
I was, yeah. Great event.
It's a great event, a great fundraiser, and also a great opportunity for food and wine purveyors in Pleasantville and its environs to show off what they do. It's also, I think, the major fundraiser of the year for Rotary Club. So congratulations to them, and well-ratted congratulations to Pace, because that event took place, as it always does, in the Kessel Campus Center, which is now dramatically transformed, renovated, and expanded as part of the Pace Master Plan. So
It took place in that new section. It was really very nice.
It's beautiful.
Very nice.
really, really good stuff going on over at Pace as they work their way through a really substantial couple of $100 million investment in their campus at the Pleasantville campus. So great stuff going on there. And the mention of the Rotary Club reminds me to thank Will Collins and his cast of characters, who in rather short order raised, what, $38,000, something like that, from private contributions, including a substantial contribution from the Rotary Club, to put up a new scoreboard at Parkway Field, both a new main scoreboard and I believe a subsidiary scoreboard that would be focused on the baseball team. So that was a textbook example of a bunch of people wanting to see something done that wasn't in the budget of either the school district or the village, and making it happen. So congratulations to all those guys, and certainly to the people who put their contributions behind it. So anybody else have any? Suck the air out of the room. All right, with that, we will go to our resolutions. Number 39, Colleen.
Resolve the pre-check register dated March 23, 2015, covering pre-check numbers 80076 through 80179 has been reviewed, and they are hereby approved as listed below, coming from the general fund, the water fund, the capital fund, the refuse fund, the pool fund, and the trust and agency fund, totaling $355,165.30.
Is there a second?
Second.
Patty, I just had one question, and that was a minor thing in the series of pest control outside service. It lists the train station. That's on page 15. So
Right.
if we could check whether we're getting billed for that now that we no longer own it.
Well, we don't bait,
Is that just the outside of the train station?
yes, we bait outside along
I
the
see.
rail tracks.
I see.
Yeah, we
Okay,
don't-
well,
we don't
there's
bait
my
the
answer right
building.
there.
I had a quick one as well.
Sure.
So we have on page 4, we have a line that's a minor thing as well, but $6,600 for crew rate for outside services. Wondering what that was.
For which?
$6,600 to Fiorito.
Fiorito, that is an outside water main break typically. I would think
Yeah.
that's probably what
Right.
we pay.
Like
When we
down.
have water main breaks outside the village, a lot of that work gets done contractually and then gets billed to the districts.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Number 40, Mindy.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees has reviewed the minutes of the meeting held on Monday, March 9th, 2015, and they are hereby approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions?
No.
Those minutes include a recitation of a work session presentation we had by the folks from Brightview Senior Living. They came to us and described in very preliminary terms a project of 175 units, combination of senior independent, senior assisted, and senior memory care units that would be, that we believe they're going to propose to build on about a 7-acre parcel that they have secured from the Jewish Child Care Association. That would be a site that's immediately to the left of the driveway to the cottage school on Broadway. We don't have a formal proposal for that yet, but we expect to see it soon, and that is a site that is currently not zoned for that purpose, so it would trigger the requirement for a zoning change. The process will be triggered as soon as we get that application, but just want everybody to be reminded that that is on the radar screen. All in favor of the minutes? Aye. Motion approved. Jonathan?
Resolved
Hold
that,
it, hold it. Is this the last one? No, you're going to have one more. Okay.
okay.
I'll have to take a picture of you.
Yeah.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby appoints Amato A.J. Batra to the position of Office Assistant Automated Systems effective April 6, 2015, at a salary of $46,319. His position is subject to the rules and regulations of Westchester County's Department of Human Resources. That includes a probationary period of not less than 12 weeks to a maximum of 52 weeks.
Is there a second?
Second?
Patty, you want to comment on this?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Robert Hughes and I had canvassed the eligible list. This person will be responsible for being the office assistant in the building department. As you may recall, Jackie Trifoletti had left us about 3 weeks ago now, and we called for the civil service list. We had several interviews. We were very excited to interview Mr. Batra because he does come from a building department. Right now, he's working in the town of Kent. We had spoken to his references, and everything came back very positive. So we believe we have the opportunity to bring somebody into the department who is eager to work with us. Very excited to come here as well.
Great.
Great.
Glad to welcome A.J. Batra to the building department. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Number 42. Steve?
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the closure of the following capital accounts. The account to be closed will be water main improvements, a balance of $333,047.69, transferring over to debt service fund to pay down bonded indebtedness.
Is there a second?
Second?
Straightforward.
Yeah, there's
Fairly.
some residual capital from several of the water projects that were going on the last few years.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Colleen? 43.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following budget amendment: water fund to increase revenue for non-resident repair and expense for water transmission and distribution outside service. We're increasing it by $6,990 from non-resident repair to water transmission and distribution outside service.
Is there a second?
Second.
This might be the Fiorito.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Item.
that's.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Mindy?
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the request from the Community Scholarship Fund to hold their annual 5K walk run on May 16, 2015.
Is there a second?
Second.
That would be the morning of Pleasantville Day. All in favor?
Oh, I have a quick question on
Oh, sorry.
before you do that. Relative to the letter that you left us here, can we make sure that the police and the public safety guys and all that coordinate with CSF this year?
Yes.
Last year, we had a real close call with a fire truck
I
that had a
remember
call,
that.
and I just want to make sure that that's on everybody's radar.
Right, good point. Thank you,
Good point.
Steve.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Here we go.
approved. All right, here it is. This, accepting the possibility of a special event,
Can I touch on that?
is Jonathan Cunningham's last resolution after 12 years on the village
There
board.
are thousands of these things.
Yeah.
Great. Well, it's a good one,
It
though.
should have been a tax cert.
It
It should have been. I would have ranted.
would have given him an opportunity to rant.
Oh, I should have found a better.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the following donations. Joan Durfee in the Contemporary Club $50 to Senior Center programs, and Club Fit $1,000 to the music festival.
All right.
Second.
Mindy has seconded it. Thank you
Thank
to
you,
both
Mindy.
of these, and thanks to Club Fit for signing up to become a sponsor of the music festival. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. So there was no great controversy or
We shouldn't
any
argue
great
about
moment of philosophy for the last.
No, but I do have one thing. I can't leave you guys completely in the dark. Is there room for? Can we talk about new business?
Please do.
Okay. I don't know how much of this has ever been really public, and given the fact that I am no longer in a conflicted position, but have heralded and championed recognition of this board from a compensation point more than it's gotten. There's been one raise in 12 years. the trustees make $3,200 a year. The mayor makes $5,200 a year, which, if you work it out, is far less than minimum wage. I wouldn't go so far to recommend a cash increase because I know they'll vote it down. But I would encourage this board to take up the addition of a couple benefits, like a parking pass, give the board members a parking pass, give the board members a pool pass. They put a lot of hours in for this village. They take those hours away from their families. Pool pass would be good. We get tickets on occasion. We will run a meter or whatever, so a parking pass, I think, is more than reasonable. It won't cost the village anything to do this, and I think it recognizes not only this board, but future boards for the contribution that they make. And since I'm not going to be a beneficiary of it, I can say without conflict that I recommend that the board take this up in a resolution, part of their budget, and
I second it.
make
Let's
sure
go.
it
Let's vote for it right now.
make sure that it's recognized not only for this board, but for future boards.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you for those thoughts. Jonathan's expressed similar views in the past, so certainly.
This is not new,
Yeah,
But is now unconflicted
that's right.
and on the record.
and on the record.
All right, so we will address that in work session and give it some further thought. Any further new business? Further announcements?
Did we vote?
Did we vote on that?
Yep.
The last one? I think we did.
We did.
So we will be returning to our work session to have a brief session with the village treasurer and deputy village treasurer over budget review, and then thereafter adjourning into executive session to discuss pending tax certiorari cases. So is there a motion to adjourn the regular meeting to move into work session and then later to executive session?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. Again, April 6th is the organization night, and be reminded that that takes place at 7 o'clock, not our usual 8. And then our regular meeting to follow a week later. Thank you and good night.